Hi, good afternoon. I wanted to start today by talking through like a little analogy that I think maybe we can all understand. So, say you're riding your bike and all of a sudden you hit a nail and you pop a hole in your bike tire. It kind of sucks, right? But if you want to ride your bike again, then the next thing that you have to do is patch it because otherwise the tire is not going to work anymore. And, you've lost how to use it, and you're not going to be able to ride your bike anymore. So, say when you pop the bike tire, you also skin your knee. So, in order to prevent infection, then you also patch up your knee. You put, Neosporin on it, you clean it out, you put a Band-Aid on it, anything like that. So, when we talk about things like data security or protecting our assets, which is a common challenge and question that I hear about all the time when I work with my clients, there's actually some really simple steps that you can go through to basically repair the bike tire and put a Band-Aid on your knee, just so that you can make sure that you're taking some essential steps to protect some of your most valuable and important information, which is your customer data, your website, and your email or your cell phone. So what we're going to talk about today are security patches. And I think that we all know in general what a security patch is, probably because we've all been on our phone texting our best friend, and all of a sudden our phone is like, you have an update. And you're like, no, I don't. I'm going to text my friend right now. And then you get up to doing the update whenever you feel like it. And I get it, because sometimes it takes a while and you've got other things that you want to do. But I really want to encourage you to stay up to date on all of the security updates. So if you're using an Android phone or an Apple phone, it might stop you and say you have an update. Or you're going to have to go into the settings and look and see and check if there are updates. And if there are updates, you need to run them as soon as possible. The reason they're called security patches or security updates is because the software of your phone or computer or tablet is out of date. And typically what causes them to realize it's out of date is the hackers or the bad guys trying to get a hold of all of our information, whether it's our personally identifiable information like a social security number and address and credit card information or banking information, or it's the information of our customers, or it's trying to get into our website to try and hack it and use it for nefarious purposes. So a security update is one of the easiest steps that you can take. Yes, it's annoying to stop what you're doing and update your computer or tablet, but it does protect it. It's like the front line of defense. It's like the Neosporin and the Band-Aid to make sure that nobody else can get in there. So I encourage you to stop what you're doing and do your security updates. The other thing to consider are, the apps on your phone. So another thing you can do is if you're ever stopped with that kind of update, you also want to do that right away. But some phones you can just have automatic updates and they just run in the background whenever you're on, your home Wi-Fi system to make sure that you're constantly updating your applications. And the same is true for if you're using something like Office 365 or some of the different software programs on your desktop. Those need to be updated as well. And you go in and you do check for updates and you make sure that that's the case. You just don't want anybody to get in there. And lastly, your website. If you're using Squarespace, Wix, Weebly, some other hosted solution, they're running the security patches for you because the hosting of your website is their responsibility. If you are using WordPress, you have to take care of all of that patching and the plugin updates yourself. Thankfully, many of the different service providers for hosting are now incorporating things like automatically updating WordPress. If you have that option, make sure that you take it. And I think WordPress has actually put something in there now to make it even easier for you. The other thing that you need to do is go in and check for plugin updates. I suggest doing that at least monthly and just update everything because WordPress is an open source program. And what that means is everyone has access to the code and that's how they make updates. There's nothing wrong with open source unless you don't update it. Failing to update it means that when these hacks occur, and they do, because security patching happens for all different computer systems, then you're open to the hacks if you're not updating your system. So by updating WordPress, you're actually protecting yourself and your customers' data in one regard to make sure that people can't get into it. So I hope that this helps demystify why you need to update, why you need to stay current with everything. And if it doesn't, please give me some comments below and some questions, and I'll be sure to help you out with anything that I can. Thanks a lot. Bye.